Yes. So,
Yeah.
as we're talking about the ISO 27001, okay, it's all about the ISMS, Information Security Management System is all about. Okay, so you have seen that we have standard clauses, like we have 10 clauses we have, and it is represented into the annexures. Okay, so annexures, what does it mean? We have different type of annexures we going to be say that. So my question
Yes.
to you, Mr. Krishna, that ISO will
Mhm.
implement in every company, every domain. Suppose you're working in aviation industry, banking industry,
Okay.
or you're
Mhm.
working in a healthcare industry, or you're working in a production industry. So does it
Mm.
uh, the ISO 27000 will it implement every domain? Yes or not? If yes, then why? What?
Yes, yes. We can develop in every domain, even in healthcare, even in financial, even in retail. We can implement in anywhere with ISO.
Okay, okay, that's good. So the interviews they want to ask you that which company you are from. Okay, first of all, and which domain you are coming from.
Mm.
Okay, so you will
Actually,
say
I'm
that
from retail. Our company was retail domain, which is Bed Bath and Beyond. It's kind of shopping kind of application where we have implemented both ISO and PCI DSS.
okay, that's good. So the question will become then why you going to implement the ISO? First thing, does your company is
Okay.
applicable or not applicable? So I'm talking about the applicability SOA. Do you know SOA is all about? We'll discuss about.
Statement of applicability.
Yes,
Yeah.
you're right. Very good, very nice. SOA, statement of applicability. So what does it mean, SOA?
Uh, it will give you all the information about why we are implementing these controls, why we are not implementing some other control. It will give the uh, each and everything explanation properly.
Yes. So it means that whether this ISO 27001 is going to implement it on your company, applicable or not applicable to your company. Okay. So
Okay.
we talking about in the business. Okay, we have three types of business. First of all,
Mm.
three types of business. Okay, so first is small companies. Okay,
Okay.
small business. Okay, we have some medium-sized business. We have
Okay.
enterprise level companies.
Okay.
So small business, you can say that, sir, we have like 200 number of users, 300, 500 nearby, and
Yeah.
more than 1,000 employees. You can say that, sir, we have medium-sized employees, okay, and more than 1,000 employees, whatever, 2,000, 5,000, 10,000, 2 lakhs, whatever. So there's enterprise level companies.
Mm.
Okay. So it is you
Mm.
first of all you want to go for the SOA, okay? You want to go for the ISO 27001, ISO
Mm.
27001. Yes, you need to check it out
Mm.
whether it is applicable or not applicable. So okay, you
Okay.
understand that we have three types of business. Then very important to understand what type of business company is doing it.
Okay.
It means suppose you say, sir, I am working from coming from the retail domain. Okay. So in this
Yeah.
retail domain, you have some PCI DSS. Okay, so we
Yeah.
discuss about PCI DSS in separate class for all those things, but we talked about the ISMS. Okay,
I'm giving some
ISMS.
examples. I thought like if there is a payment card way also there. So already I haven't working. I am working on different domain on that company. I'm just put it like that. I'm working on auditing all those things on that company, which I explained
Okay.
you like.
PCI DSS we
Yeah.
go for separate sessions here. Don't we don't include
Uh,
into the same. That's why I'm not talking about not giving an example.
mm,
We're talking about the ISO
yeah.
27000 only. Simple. So ISO
Okay.
27000 is all about the ISMS, Information Security Management System.
Yes.
Information. Okay, first of all, this is going to be asked. What is ISMS is all about? Okay. Information Security Management Systems. And if you're talking about, suppose I want to provide you some more important things right now here. Once you going for the interviews, okay,
Mm.
27K or whatever, then this is what I'm talking about here. You can go into ISO 27000 and controls and then come to go for the images. So in this particular, you're going to see the number of things like the architecture designing I'm talking about here.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is all the technical controls comes under the operation security. Okay, and we talking about here like ISO 27000 controls like information security policies,
Mm.
human resource security policies, asset management, asset access controls, cryptography. So first of all,
These are all categories. These are 14 categories.
yes, it's 14 categories is here. Okay,
Mm.
so in this particular diagrams we have discussed right away. This is okay. So in this document we are talking about standard process. This one, and then the ISMS documentation. What the document do you require?
Mm.
In the interview, everyone gonna be asking you that what type of document do you know that? So this is all about this is information security policy, organizing our information securities, human resource securities, asset management, access controls, cryptography, physical command controls. So this is the annexures will be there. So it is more about the information you're going to be asking or the evidence you require. Okay, do you know the evidences? Evidence is all those things where you're going to be
Proof of.
proof.
Yeah.
POC, okay, proof of concepts that you're going to be say that yes, this is the things requirement, this has been done. Okay, so this is what this is all about. So in this particular picture, first of all, I'm going to ask you the question that how much technical you are, because you are auditor. I understand you are going to do ISO 27000, the lead implementer, lead auditor. The two things will be there. But the matter of fact that how technical you are. Do you know the information security policies? It means that I'm talking about what is the policies first of all. Any ideas you would have to share to me? So this is the policies.
Let's suppose. Yeah. Let's suppose we can say clear desk policy.
Standard guidelines. Strategy,
And downlines also there, sir.
baseline,
Baseline.
right?
Yeah. Hey, someone asked me this question. What is policy standard? What is guidelines?
Yes,
What
yes.
is process?
Don't worry, you are
Yeah.
here. You are the right track. You have come to me, and I'm a security professional for the past 15 years. I know that what is the questions, what is the mind will be your interview going to take. So that's what I'm going to provide you the online session that you will going to understand all those the basic fundamental to advanced things like that. So first of all, suppose you are going the interviews, and the company interview going to ask you what are the policies and what type of policies and what is the requirement of policies, what type of control the policy is all about.
Mm.
Okay, so these are the questions will be coming. What were your answers? So
Okay.
what is policy? What is use of policy?
Which of policy?
What who is with the policy? What
So I'm missing your audio, sir.
comes?
It's breaking.
Yeah.
This is so this is
Approve the policy.
this is the things will be applicable to standard guidelines, strategy, baselines, processes all about. So give me
Yes,
the
sir.
answers, all those things. What is the policies? And the thing is, another thing is what type of policies? Give me one by one.
Policy is nothing but organization should give particular policies should to secure their environment. Everyone should follow that. That's what I understand.
Okay. I want to tell you something more. If the same, no problem. What type of policies in the company, in the enterprise, small, medium, or enterprise? What type of policies all about?
Based on the company, based on the domain which the company is running on, they will define based on that and depend upon the interested parties who are the vendors over there. Based upon that, we can define the policies.
So, sir, here, what type of policy means? Is it related to if the organization is a healthcare organization or a financial organization? Is that related to?
No, I'm talking about what type of policy. Suppose you're working in IT company or somebody is going to work in the aviation industries. So I would like to know what type of policy in the company, in the enterprise.
You can tell me, sir. We can keep reminder.
Any ideas? You, my dear, you talking about some ID policies, password policies, HR policies,
Yeah.
password policies,
Yeah.
HR policies. So these are some policies, my dear. It's a type of policies. Simple.
Sir, if they ask you what is policy, how we can answer that?
Yes, this is I'm talking about. So policies, I'm talking about the rules, the regulations, and guidelines for the proper usage and maintenance of these technological assets to ensure that the ethical and acceptable use of ensure health, safety, and security of products. So you can see that the policies are the guidelines, okay, that you're going to following it, the rules and regulations,
Mhm.
okay, that the company would like to following it.
Okay.
The type of policies, so you can say that we have a database policies. You can say that we have network policies. We have HR policies, transport policies. Okay. All
And they
those
ask you
things.
about what type of policy you are using. Okay.
Yes, what type of policies? Yes. So
Hmm.
mainly, suppose you are IT person. So you talking about, sir, we are using in the database policies. We are using network policies. Okay. We talking about the password policies. Okay. So this is type of policy you're going to give some answers. So
Okay.
what is the use of the policy? What you going to achieve if the policy will be there? What are you going to achieving it?
We can achieve the required objectives.
Yes, tell me. Any
We
ideas?
can achieve the required object.
Yes. So we can say that the use of policy means that once you are the top management, like companies, the CISO or company CEO going to create is going to approve the policies. Okay. So they have some directions. So suppose the company would say that the women should not in the company after the 8 p.m. So this is the policy will be happened in the company. Company policies say that you are going to use your own transport facility if the cab will be not available. So this is the policies, right? So it is a provided guidelines to the employees or the users in the company, what they're going to doing it as per the company requirement. The company required discipline in the company, right? Suppose you are a company CTO or CISO or company owner, you require the company discipline and rules and regulations you're going to be adopting it as per the company owner who wants. So the company owner wants that the policy should be achieved. Okay, the policy should be accomplished by the employees. So we can say that the what is the use of policy? The policy is going to be used for to maintain the discipline in the company. Simple. Who is create the policies? and one question will be there.
Your top management.
No, it's not top management. Do you think that CEO of the company is going to create the policy for you for IT policies? And if you don't have the information, anything like that, do you think the HR or transport policy is going to create by the top management? No, it's not.
Your employees.
Yes, the executives are going to create the policies. Suppose you are joining a new
Executives
company.
like that. How we
Suppose
can
you-
say like that, sir?
Yes, yes, I will tell you. Suppose you are joining a new
Mhm.
company, and they will say that you're working in a company and you would like to create the policy for this particular things. So yes, you're going to create, but the top management is going to approve the policy. This is what I'm talking about here,
Yeah,
So-
that's true.
right? So the executives are going to create the policies, but the top management going to approve the policies. Whether you are doing a right things as per the company's vision, mission, or goals. So you can say that the first priority is this: company have some goals, okay? They have some mission, and
Objectives.
mission, and they have some objective, right? And how they going to achieve all those things with the help of policies? One of the tool is in the company, because the policies are the directive controls. Does it make sense? Directive controls are the direction coming from the top management.
Yeah.
Okay. So one of the question is also coming in the interview. So somebody going to ask you, who, suppose in your company any cybercrime attack will be happen, right? Suppose you are working in a company and any cybercrime will be happen. So who is responsible? Who is accountable for this thing? Any guesses? So the top management is responsible. Any cybercrime will be happen because you are the employee of the company. You're the executive, right?
Yeah.
So anything goes wrong, anything happen in the company, then the cops are going to catch up the company owner, not you,
Top man. Yeah.
right?
The CEO, CFO. Yeah.
Yes. Right. This is the thing, same thing is there. So the what type of security controls comes from? Okay, so you can say that it is a directive controls. It is coming from the top management, and they're going to approving it. That's why it is. When do we require policies? Another question is coming. Do we require the policy in the company or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay, suppose in the company, if you don't have the policy, then what happens?
No one will follow the rules.
Yes, no one going to follow the rules. No one going to understand the guidelines. No one going to discipline. Suppose you're the executive and your top management company CEO is sitting in US location. So what he going to say, you don't know what is all about in the company. Suppose you have 2,000 number of employees. What the management required, what the management required, what they want, and you are the employee. You don't know what is all about. So you're going
Yes.
to see the policies, and then you're going to see that yes, as per the top management, I need to follow this particular rules, regulations, right? When do we
Yes.
require the policies? Suppose the person is going to not following the policy, then what happens?
It will be
Elimination.
cause of data breach. Yeah.
Suppose you are not going to follow the regulations of the company, it means that you're going to terminate for your job.
Yes.
Who is approve the policy? The top management, company CEO, CTO, CEO is going to approve the policy. Okay, top management, whatever your hierarchy of your management. So, what is the requirement of policies? Do we require exactly the policies?
Sir.
Do we require?
What type of security controls comes from is the directive controls. That is right.
Yes.
When do you require policy? Like when no one will be following the rules like that. It will come.
Yes, if the policy limit is
Can
not
see.
there, then no one going to follow the rules, regulations, nothing like that.
Uh,
Who is approved the policy? The top management company CEO,
Top
whatever the
management.
hierarchy. What is the requirement of policies? So it's the same thing. Do we require a policy or not? What is the requirement of policy? This is the same question will be there, same answer will be there, right? So this is the basic, very basic thing. So this is what we are to discuss about. So
How we
Ashutosh,
can say, sir, what is the requirement of policy? How we can say that kind of answer in interview?
what is the requirement of policy? If we, because in the companies, it's possibility that there are lots of indiscipline. There is no rules, regulations in the
Yeah.
company. Then who is going to following it? What the top management wants? Who going to know that? Suppose what the top management requirement wants, and I don't know, I'm an employee. We have 200,000 number of employees. If we don't, I don't know
Yeah.
what it's all about. So the company policies are going to create and spread to all of the employees to exit, going to follow those all those policies,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And these are the
Yes.
some evidences. Okay, this Ashutosh, today we are discussing about some ISO 27001, right? And in this we talking about some information security policies is all about. First thing. So it's a tool, it's evidences. Suppose you are going to do some auditing and you require some policies for the company. Do you going to have some policies? Yes, we have. So show me what type of policies do you have. Understand? So I'm gonna be providing you multiple information like here. Information security policies we discuss about right now. Okay, and I'm going to send you some templates. Okay, after the session for information security policies. So you should be create and send to me. Like I'm talking about the password policies, database policies, network policies, whatever it is. So you're going to be, I'm going to send you templates. You want to create the policies and send to me back. Okay, suppose
Yes.
we have disaster recovery plan. Suppose we have business continuity plan is all about. So you want to create the policies, structures, and send to me. Okay, so one of the examples
Yeah.
I'm going to showing to you right now, because I have some batches as well. Wait a second.
So
This
we
is
have
the-
to know the what kind of information security policies we have. What are the things we can explain in interview?
Wait a second. Wait a second. So I'm gonna sending you this type of template, okay, like project management template plan of actions. So you're going to be sharing me the plan of actions of database or networking or anything like that. Just opening it right now. However, I have a number of questions for you, basic questions relating to ISO 27000. Does this mean they are IT specific? Where I can obtain ISO standards here? Are there any qualifications for ISO standard professionals? What does ISO mean, and what about the ISO IEC? So this is a multiple questions, interview questions answers you're going to getting it. More than that, right? So that's what we are going to discuss in the same and in next few classes as well. Right. I think it's open now. So yes, this is the template. Okay, so you the project name, project management plan. So you're going to be create the plan, your company name, your address, your website name, your version history. Then you want to provide some date over there, and then the version history like version 1.1 approved by whom, revision date, description of the change, author who's going to be creating it, prepared by Ashutosh or the Krishna, approved them by management, what's the title of the person, and date, and then you're going to create some different type of policies over there. And then second thing, you're going to go for some table of contents and what type of projects you have, what type of policies are about, it define all those things. So this is the template I'm going to sending to you, this type of templates. So you have basic understanding about what it's all about, and then you need to be provide some summary over there. So this is the topology you want to be creating it and send back to me again.
So,
Okay.
sir, I missed due to some internet issue.
So we have
But
the second is organization of information security. So we talking about here organization of information security is all about. What is organization security is all about? Any ideas? Yes, Astosh, do you have any answers?
Uh,
Hello, are you able to hear me?
yes, sir, I can hear you.
Yes.
So
what is-
organization information security means uh, the vendors which will be part of the company on providing information security solutions.
Okay. So what is information security, first of all?
to provide the security to the entire organization.
So yes, so I'm talking about organization of information security. Suppose Ashutosh and Krishna, you are working in a company, right?
Mhm.
And we have discussed about in our previous sessions, Ashutosh, that the data security, right? So in the data security, you understand that who is responsible, who is accountable for the information security, and in the data security, I'm talking about. So data owner, right? Department heads, data custodian. So who is accountable, who is responsible to the data in the company is secure or insecure. So data
Your
contains
top
Data
man,
owner.
your
integrity and availability. Yes. So any ideas who is accountable, who is responsible for the information security organization point of view? So we have HR managers, we have internal auditors, we have facility manager, we have business process owners, departmental heads. Okay, and they are responsible their own data. Do you think?
Data owners will be responsible for any kind of data loss or
Yes, yes. So the auditor will be looking to the care assurance that the organization has made clear who's responsible for what, an adequate and proportionate manner according to the size and nature of the organization. Suppose I can say that your company nature is you are doing a business of IT, okay, software-based industry, your company working in company, right? So in the software industry company, it's most important that there are so much data will be available on your IT and databases, your you can say that networks things, your flow diagrams, charts, everything will be there. So you are the IT manager, you are the data owner of the IT resources, IT database management. So different departments are different heads, okay, like HR, finance, IT, sales, purchase. The different departments are responsible for different things for the data. So it is what I'm going to try to say in this particular module that who is accountable, who is responsible. Suppose the auditor would like to know that who is accountable, who is responsible for your data, who is going to managing the data. Is this data is backup? Data is not backup. Data is taking the accessibility, and then data is restoring. So I'm talking about the data CIA, database confidentiality, integrity, availability. How are you going to securing? How are you going to protect the database? So data is available 24/7. Who is responsible for the same? Any answers? Yes, tell me. Yes, any ideas you would like to share to me, sir? So who is would like to know that in the database CIA, so constantly indicate the availability. So data is 24/7 available all the time in the company. Who is responsible for the same? Who is owner? Who is accountable for the same? So the auditor would like to know that how you going to be confidential of your data, how you going to be available 24/7 of your data, how you going to be protect
The
your
data
data from the
custodians.
integrity. Data custodian, the person who is going to be custody of the data, right? So yes, you can say that the IT person is responsible for to back up or restoring our data. Okay, so how
Yeah.
you could say that how you going to protect your data in confidential of your data? How you going to say that? Or who is accountable? Who is responsible?
Confidentiality.
So it depends on the factors of the data. Like
Yes, yes, please.
if the data is stored in stored mode, or if the data is in a transit mode, or data is in backup mode, depends on the nature of the data. If the data is in stored mode, then we need to make sure the RAID systems or any other data availability technologies are implemented properly for the availability of data, and also encryption should be there on the technology, on the server end also. And if the data is in transit mode, or the data is in moving from one database to another, so the encrypted channel should be there, or the network path should be properly configured. We should not be exposed to any outsider. And
Yes,
the
yes.
data, if it is in stored on some backup places or some other locations, so this encryptions and safe network connectivity should be there to those devices.
Yes, yes, right. Fact, right. So I have some more things going to be adding to the same. If we talk about organization of security, information security, this is an extra 6, 8.6 we're talking about right now. So I have one more question that we already discussed, or we have new things like segregation of duty. So fraud of the data. Okay, data fraud. You understand the data fraud. How can you
Sir, we
save your
haven't
data
discussed about.
from the
Sir,
data fraud?
we haven't discussed about. Hello,
Yes,
sir, are you able to hear me?
yes, I
Yeah,
have
we discussed about policies. We cannot discuss about standard and strategy process.
yes, yes, we were. Oh, yes, it's pending here. We discuss right now. We discuss. First of all, I forgot to go through into the same. We will discuss. We will discuss. First of all, this topic will be clear. Then we discuss. No problem. Okay. So we are discussed right now by data frauds. So what are the different ways the data fraud will be happen? Any ideas? How can you secure your data from the data fraud? Any ideas? Which things you are doing it? Because you are the auditor, ISO 27000 auditor, and you should be a good understanding about the concepts into the ISO 27000 here. I will tell you honestly. So data fraud, how can you remove the data frauds in your data?
With segregation of duties.
Yes, yes.
Also, we can check who has access to what type of data. We can check the IAM policies.
Segregation of duties. Tell me something more about it.
IAM policy we can check.
Mandatory vacations. Segregation of duties. What does it mean? Any ideas you would like to share, Mr. This is the segregation of duties. What does it mean?
Like we have to give the shift timings properly per proper person.
No overtimes.
Segregation of duties. Suppose you talking about, sir, we are the company and we are 24 into 7, right? And into 365 days. Yes. First thing is this in the enterprises companies. And suppose Ashutosh and Krishna, you are working in a bank. Okay, and you are a cashier. How can the bank or how can the company going to believe to you that you are doing the right stuff in the banking as a cashier? It may be you're going to do some frauds. It is possible. Yes or no? It is possible. Anybody can going to
It's
do
possible.
frauds. Okay. So what they're gonna doing it? Suppose 1 month the Krishna will be the cashier, another month the Ashutosh is the cashier, the third month the Mahesh is the cashier at the bank. So they're going to be rotation of the shifts, rotation of your duties, so that is there be any fraud will be there, so that 3 or 4 or 5 parties will be included into the one fraud. So it is best possibility that you're going to do some fraud, because you know that if you do any frauds, then other person is going to be recognized, and then the second person going to do any fraud, the third person going to be recognized. Okay, so segregation of duties will be there. Okay, suppose you guys are working on an enterprise companies, and then you have 365 days, and you have shifts will be there, 8-hour shifts. Okay, so after your shifts, the some other person going to join your shifts. Okay, so whatever you are doing the task into the like banking sectors or online banking or PCI DSS, credit card, debit card entries and audit flows sort of things, then it is possibility of the fraud could be happen. So they're going to be rotation of your shifts. They're going to be the different type of work to you in the company, same type of work, so that the frauds will not happen. Okay, so segregation duties you can say that. So you can say that the possibilities for the unauthorized or unintentional modification or misuse of any organization assets. So what does it mean? You can say that unauthorized or unintentional modifications in the data. Okay, so that's why we require the segregation duties. Then we're talking about mandatory vacations. What do you mean by mandatory vacations? Any answers? Suppose I'm going to send you Ashutosh and Krishna for a long vacation for 15 days, 20 days, mandatory vacations. You cannot deny. You have to take leave in the company for 15 days. What does it mean?
No idea, sir.
Once you go for 15 days leave, then we are going to check your work. Simple. So what type of things you have done it is going to be do some audit on your work at the back end. Suppose you are working in a company, a very critical process of banking, cashier, or transactions, or suppose you are doing a loan approval departments, right? And it's possible that you want to do some frauds. It's possible this will be there, always be there. So companies will going to send you the mandatory vacation for 15 days or 20 days generally, and then after you going to vacation, there's some other person going to check your work, whether the things are accurate or not. Right? Any other things?
Sir, I didn't get you. I lost the connection. Can you come again?
So it is possibility that you are doing some frauds in the company. So you are going to send the 15 days or 20 days vacations, mandatory vacations for the company point of view. And once you are in the vacations, some other person is going to audit your work, going to see do your work same time, and check it out whether is there any frauds or not, is this in the company or not. This is what you want to check it out.
Okay.
Okay. The third thing, organization security. So do you think that the TPRM you talking about? Okay, TPRM is a part of this one. Third party risk management. Suppose you have some suppliers. you have some vendors, okay, different companies, and what type of data they're going to accessing it, what type of access rights they have. It is going to testing into the same domain, right? So the test rights we're going to check it on the different, but what type of controls you're going to providing it, this is going to check it out in the same.
Yeah.
So the organization of information security, that how you're going to be say that your information security is controlled by the organization. So it's more about the data. Okay, it's more about the mobile security, network security. Suppose the data, you understand the data in transit, data in use, data at rest. So what does it mean, Ashutosh? Do you know something about it? Data at transit, use, and rest. And what are the CIA into the same, and how are you going to be stop all
Data
those?
at rest data at rest we can store it somewhere in hard disk or somewhere like that. Data in transit it will be like we have some database servers they're like that, sir. It will go to the data will be flow from one server to another server. It will be transferred.
Or data in use?
Data in use, no idea. Data in motion, data in rest of I have it.
Yes. So Ashutosh, do you have any ideas about the data in use?
Data in use means when a person is accessing any database server to get any
Yeah, we can
details.
say like that. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so this is what the CIA, how confidentiality availability on all those things. Okay, and we Ashutosh, we discussed about on previous class that the classification of the data life cycle, data maintenance. Okay, all those things we discussed about. And I told you that we going to do some separate class for the ISO 21000, GDPR,